Hello everybody, and this is the final game in Haunted Cities 2, Gloompuke. Again, I'm not exactly certain what to expect, but this was something so far that I didn't. There's a chicken man, Gregory. Hello there, traveler. Welcome to the island of... what something? Not the official name, I made it up. What could I do you for? Wow, I just told you that. Hey now, no need to get snarky. My name is Gregory, it's nice to meet you. I stay in here and greet travelers. I do that because I'm incapable of moving, not because there's a lot of travelers. You're the only one, actually. That's a shame. It certainly is. Both of these things I said. Is there anything else you'd like to know? What's going on around here? Not a lot, truth be told. Some of the others are investigating that pyramid over there. Margaret and her courtiers are hanging out in the swamp castle, and that temple near you is certainly a building, a pyramid. Nobody's really sure why it's there. Not that it matters much, it's just a pyramid. Pyramids are never important or interesting. I beg to differ. Literally never. But you're free to hang out there and wall around in sand, I guess? Yep, good old Castle Gloompuke. Title drop. They say each of her stones is haunted by a separate ghost, which is obviously bullshit, but the cool kind of bullshit, you know? Fun to think about. They make good food there, apparently. Obviously bullshit. This is the kind of game I like. That's right, it's an alright temple, I suppose. Of course, nobody here has any idea what the temple is for, so Vivian hangs out there and tells nice stories. Ask her to tell you one, you'll love it. Understand? Love it. I saw another person here on the bridge. Boof. Boof, 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 boof. That's a good story. Boof. Hold up, I want to see these other responses. Poof poof. A woof? Get Ezekiel. Hail, Trevor. I am the goat of woe, the woe goat. I am woe. I am woe, the goat. Woe, oh, woe. Woe to me, the goat who must dwell within the secret ways, draped in cloth of ragged canvas, burning. I am the goat of woe. The text moves a little fast. Yeah, I picked up on that. You mock me, wandering spirit. You deign to torment me. Thou cruel spectre. Thou maleficent fetch. Woe and woe again. You have bewildered this goat. I'm sorry? It is fate that we shall be here to stay. You, the ghost of sorrow. I, the goat of woe. I am not a ghost. Woe to you, sorrow, and woe to me, the goat. Why come ye to this cruel and loveless place, sorrow? I was birthed by malice and spat here by a clinging void. I gathered heat in my mouth and screamed myself awake. I was fed on black blood and red soil and grew bitter. I caught storms in my hair and wrung their lightning into needles. Like a ghost I haunt, carried by the abyss from house to mournful house. I crawl like a spider, and coat worlds and webs to keep them still. I drift like a wasp, seeking worlds with unblemished skin to pierce. This world is bleak, and I will fill its sky with fire. This world is small, and I will tear it apart. This world is a curiosity, and I have come to paint its walls black. Wow. Yeah, I got back a notch or two, damn. What can you tell me about this place? Little, I fear. 3 islands flocked together, adrift in silence, and we as citizens without purpose or movement. Damned to stand sentinel like jagged paper wraiths, blithely pretending some implied... It just fills me full of woe. I'm sorry. Just visiting. How fortunate that you can drift so. To drift as you do between uncounted dreams and halls, and to float like a leaf. God damn it, I have so much woe. Alright, let's see how interesting this pyramid is. That looks very familiar to anybody who's watched Haunted Cities Volume 1. I should mention, Kitty Horrorshow said that she would love people to make fan art of all these characters, particularly Vivian. And I guess we could send it over to her Twitter, which I will be putting on the screen right now. Oh, this is fascinating. My goodness, yes, unbelievable. Those angles, those markings, so exquisite. You dare, take a look at this sigil. What do you think when you look at it? How do you interpret it? A runic eye glowing fiercely amidst a tempest of feathers? A hieroglyphic poem composed of clinical couplets? A container character that alters the meaning of lesser sigils? You haven't shown me anything or moved at all. Do you think so? I could see that. An omen, perhaps. Some prediction important. A culture of oracles that ply their craft with language. How cool is that? Fuck. So then, how may I help you, strange specter? What's up with this pyramid? Haven't the foggiest, but I adore it. It just sort of appeared one day, all full of mysterious bullshit. I love studying things. Her eyes go very wide and she begins breathing heavily. Still dying things make me feel really good. I fucking love knowledge. What do you do here? I'm the foremost linguist in archaeological. I set up the expedition and focus doing studies on all this bright glowing hieroglyphs are floating around. There is another option there. I don't see any glowing hieroglyphs, don't you? How curious. They're impossible to miss. They're everywhere. One of them appears to be flicking your hair at this very moment. Perhaps your eyes simply haven't adjusted yet. Do you know anything about the island? You mean the 3 islands we're on? Not really, I'm afraid. I have a theory that each island is a totally different place. That they all belong to different worlds, and even then, separated from them somehow and made together by some means. So what do you think? Sounds possible? Absolute balderdash. Well, there's no need to be profane, says the one swearing up a fucking storm. Take care. Enjoy the mysterious pyramid. Oh, hello there. What are you supposed to be? Some sort of fetch? Some manner of rusted nail elemental? Well, try not to do anything with those smoldering hooves of yours. Everything around here is very mysterious and valuable. My name is Frieza. I'm an archaeologist. I specialize in pyramids, tombs, mysteries, ghost worlds, sunken cities, doomed mazes, and skeletal. As you can see, I'm very accomplished and respected scholar. You can tell because of all those true things I just said. Is there something else? Whatever you say. What do you have here? I'm overseeing this archaeological expedition. Catherine organized it, but she's very invested in her studies. Someone needs to stand here looking imperious. I have many certificates that makes the senior Delphimegas on site, and it is extremely difficult and important for me to do, or something like that. What's the story of this pyramid? That would seem to be a million waves in question. Like most pyramids, it's full of mysteries and artifacts. That much is to be expected. But we haven't where the pyramids come from, or indeed why it is here, why it came at all. But then we don't know about most things here, or even ourselves, really. She stares into the middle distance for a very long time. I believe I've depressed myself. I'm sorry, Rabbit. A lot of pottery. Look upon my urns. So fine, so rare, so delicate. Think about what I might have once had. Water, wine, or sand. That's probably it, really. I love urns. I'm glad for you. He's not listening to you anymore. He's too busy attempting to fit his head inside one of the urns. He's doing a lot of whimpering. Okay, man. Whatever kind of fetish you're into. I'm not here to kink shame. Let's get out of this dump. Couple of trees. That is a fish. Oh, hi, hello. My name's Roderick. I'm the swamp monster. It's super nice to meet you. No, you don't sound like a monster. Nice to meet you too. Being a swamp monster, great. I make so many friends. Anything else? What do you do here? I'm the swamp monster. I guard the castle from trespassers. You're not one of those, right? Absolutely. Well, hey, knock it off. Cut out the trespassing. Quit it. Otherwise, I'm gonna do guarding at you. Oh no. I swear to God, I'll do it. Bring it on. Jeez, you're tough. You should guard things. Give up your life of crime and guard a castle. It's fun. Need anything else? Anyone here thinking of doing any crimes, just remember, guard a castle instead. What's up with this place? It's a swamp. Swamps are the best. I get to be the monster in them. What sorts of castles I get to guard it by being a monster? It's a sweet deal. Sounds like it. I'm the swamp monster. Oh, there's multiple rooms here. This music is fucking jazzy. Guinevere. Who are you? Are you a ghost? What do you want? Oh well, never mind. Welcome to Castle Gloompuke. I can't exactly stop you from wandering around. But please be polite. Queen Marguerite is very anxious today. Who are you? My name is Guinevere. I am Queen Marguerite's steward. I'm very pleased to meet you. We don't often have visitors. Please let me know if I could be of assistance. Who is Marguerite? Marguerite is the queen of Gloompuke Swamp. Not that there's much to be queen of. None of us really know anything about this place. We all simply appeared here somehow, and we cannot leave. Marguerite says she always wanted to be a queen. We figured it can't hurt anything. Fair enough. What's the story with this castle? We don't entirely know. It was simply here when we showed up. It's a spacious and nobody was using it. There are some inscrutable books in the library. Not much more can be said for that, really. Castles are just cool. Yeah. What do I look like? You look a bit like several wisps of dark purple clouds sprayed into a cage in a sphere of water floating as a center. Alright. Alright. Have a good day. Take care. Thank you. You too. That is a human skull. None of you are human. Why is there a human skull here? Man, why am I trying to loot this poor person's place? Mildred. Oh hey, it's Mildred. Hello, love. Care to have your fortune told? Sure. She closes her eyes and begins muttering. I don't know if I want to read that. You didn't tell me you can grow crystals on your body. That's so cool. I'm almost jealous. Yeah, wow, that sure is a lot of crystals. I can't. I don't. What? They're not stopping. Oh dear. What now? Look, just maybe stay clear of any sugar or bath salts. No reason. What are you doing here? Kitten stuff and fortunes. That okay with you? Yeah. You're way cute. She sort of huffs and sputters and wiggles around a bit. She might be blushing, or it might just be fox madness. What do I look like? Like one of those zoetrope things made out of pink glass when you spin and show a spider-legged horse. Which is a little fucked up, but sort of cool, I guess. The book is titled Pictures of Old People Screaming at Things. Predictably, the book is full of illustrations of old people engaged in the act of screaming at various things. A old person dressed like a knight is screaming at a barn. A fetching wolf noblest is pulling her hair and screaming at a chicken. A striking wolf person butcher is screaming at the sun. You spend yourself several hours admiring the artwork of things, being screamed at by people who are also wolves. This book is titled Great Swamps of the Realm. You open to the page about Gloompuke Swamp. Having garnered a reputation for excessive putridity and being widely accepted as the shittiest swamp in all the land, the long-suffering swampians of the realm united their magic to forward spells of living Gloompuke into space, hope that it would crash into the sun and burn away. Well, I guess that's their backstory. This book is titled On Foxes and Hounds. Insurmountable crayon drawings and inked seagulls make this book impossible to read except for a page at the front, across which reads Mildred Rocks, written in large shimmering letters. The Noble Species. The book opens naturally to a page that looks handwritten. Those creatures that dwell within the realm, it is uncertainly accepted by all sound minds that alligators are the smartest, coolest, noblest, most charming, most prestigious, funniest, most lovable, most mysterious, kindest, and generally most well-equipped rule of all. Also the best because they have the nicest handwriting. It's a boar. You first snorts welcoming, snorts nods away, gesturing to the surrounding. What do you do here? Snorts proudly, vibratically, snorts archaeologically, wetly. Yeah, that's cool. What can you tell me about this castle? Snorts uncertainly, mysteriously, ooh, swampaciously, appreciatively. You're welcome. What do I look like? Mercurially, emeraldly, hooverastically, and amiably. Aw. Nice boar. Marjorie. Look at this fucking throne. Can you believe this bullshit? Who the fuck sits in a throne this big? Who the fuck makes a throne this size? Oh god, I'm so mad. My guess is Kitty Horrorshow. Yeah, it's a pretty large chair for sure. Right? How could I be the queen of anything like this? My foes would be all like, look at Marjorie's throne that's in her stupid fucking chair for giants. She's just snarling and snapping and squealing now. Are you gonna be okay? I don't know. I'm the queen of the swamp and I can't sit on a huge fuck off throne. I don't even know how to get a refund. I can't send it back. Mail doesn't exist here. I hate this. Pretty sure you'll be fine. The fuck do you know? You don't even have a body. You're just a floating bee's nest shaped like a torso. Think you're so cool with your cloud of amphibious drones? Get out of my large castle. Okay, fine. Jeez. Last place is the place we started from, the temple. That's pretty. Vivian. Yeah, that's what the other guy mentioned. Oh, hello there, kind spirit. I have never seen you before. You must be new. Welcome. My name is Vivian. I'm the temple keeper. I'm pleased to meet you. What may I do for you? Tell me a story. Why, I'd be delighted to. Once upon a time, there was an old house atop a steep hill. In this house, in the basement, there lived a severed hand. The severed hand had a mouth on its wrist which was full of teeth that looked like the great hornet stingers. The hand split open and crawling around in the basement, using its stinger teeth to chew on the brickwood in the bottom step. A low gurgling whine that would rise from the night into a wet, plaintive howl that could be heard in the nearby village, and they say it's still there today. What the actual fuck? More of a prose poem than a story, I suppose. What's up with the temple? It's quite lovely, isn't it? We're all very glad to have found it. The water in the fountain glows so beautifully. I agree. And those great big jewels are nice too. Most jewels are, I find. A very good environment for storytelling, all in all. That's what temples are for, after all. What do I look like? Well, you're very much like a shawl made of spider silk, draped across the head and shoulders of an invisible woman. Very fetching, I must say. They use fetching a lot. Bethany and Ursula. Hello, friendly spirit. Hello, kindly Reek. We are Bethany and Ursula. Ursula and Bethany. We are the keepers of the temple crystals. You have questions for us? What do you know about the islands? A desert full of bones and sharple. A swamp full of teeth and ambition. A temple full of lights and whispers. A playground full of ghosts. A menagerie of dreamers. A burnt page adrift upon the secret lake. A ring that misses the chain. Terrible public transportation services. Not a single bathroom, not one. That's weird. What's up with the crystals? They hold up the sky. They fill up the sea. They teach the worms to see. They teach the leaves to dance. They give the stars their colors. And they give the night its breath. They're pretty okay. What can you tell me about this temple? It is a place for healing, a place for stories, a place for jewels, a place for stars, a place for smoke, a place for candles. We like it here. Anyway, I believe that is everything here. The other games were various levels of seriousness, but this game is a lot more comedic in nature. I think it's nice to kind of see a different side of Kitty Horrorshow. Not really a whole lot to say about it. That isn't necessarily a bad thing. And a reminder to any artists who are watching to draw the Gloompuke gang, as she called it, and remember to send it over to her Twitter at Kitty Horrorshow. I'm not sure when or if she'll ever come back to her Twitter, hopefully soon by the time of recording. I think it would be a nice surprise to kind of give her something to come back to. And I suppose that'll be it for Gloompuke. I hope you all enjoyed. Up next will be Cicadia. It sits with its back flat against the gray sky. Its walls are nearly the same color as the clouds. There are no doors or windows as you can see. Its edges whir and jitter silently, infinitesimally. Whenever it comes to view, the tape stops. It won't let her fast forward or rewind or resume. Only eject and stare. A tiny, gray house on a vague horizon from which she can feel nothing. Her fingers rake against black plastic. She bites her tongue and tastes blood. You have sickened my collection, she thinks. She does not know what it wants, but she hates it. She knows she must go to it, but the tape won't let her. It won't play. And the house has no doors. She turns for the screen. Her knees grind the carpet, and her eyes adjust to the room. She begins searching for boxes. First, Nervometrics, then Illinois Strip, then Industrial Park, then Soot, then Late Walking. She feels nothing from any tape in any box, until the overturned Adidas box labeled Circadian. 2 tapes, one unlabeled. The other dated the same as the one in the player. She has not watched this one yet. It doesn't know what it would show her, where she would end up. Normally she would care, but right now she's angry. She's afraid the house will lock all of her doors, and she'll never have another way out. Anything would be better. She ejects the first tape and inserts the second, pausing immediately. A house as viewed from its backyard, the back entrance leading into a basement. Windows holding darkness. Snow piles up against a retaining wall at the side of the house. Everything's gray, or white, or black. The image judders as the tape holds its position. She presses her fingers against the curved glass. The static bites at the tiny hairs of her skin. She shuts her eyes and begins to inhale. The electricity wraps against her face like a grocery bag. The white noise conforms to the shape of her inhaling mouth. She coats her throat and her tongue. She chokes, like always. And then she feels the floor dissolve. She feels as though she is falling. That she is standing soul deep in snow, staring at a white door. It is always raining here. The rain is black, half clear, thick, and tastes like ketamine and nail polish remover. She could feel it settling on her shoulders, spreading out in her hair. There is no sun here. The only light is cathode, or incandescent, or bioelectrical. Everything is soft, blurred, and fuzzy. She finds it comforting. There are no hard edges, only soft ones. Spaces and shapes dissolving into each other, held together by magnetic memory. It is as though the physicality of everything is turned down by one step, or adjusted through some soft, average bricks and ghosts brought closer together. Everything has a shadow. A pressing darkness wherein 100 unfinished staircases might lead up to 100 different kitchens, or garages, or foyers. She has to find the right one. The cement floors suck at her feet. In every corner there is trash, boxes, sun-yellowed rocking horses, filthy plastic toys, containers of holiday decorations. 8 million dissected legs curl through a million brittle thoraxes. In the distance, in the darkness, pipes rattle and shudder. Houses are settling all around her. Soon she is lost. She takes the nearest set of stairs because her skin is telling her that if she stays here any longer, she'll never get out. The light bulb at the top of the stairs is an acidic yellow-orange. The adjustment hurts her eyes. She pushes open the door at the top of the stairs and steps out into the night-dark hallway. The walls are peeling. The basement door shuts itself. The floors are cheap linoleum, strewn with trails of old, dark food. It is uncomfortably dense and physical here, as though the walls of material. She is suddenly afraid of every stain, as though each were a poison she could absorb through her false skin. She hurries. She hurries through the living rooms, filled with rotten bodies and old food. She hurries through construction, where the walls are skeletal and wooden, with skin and plastic sheets. She hurries through porcelain and dust, and drying paint, and apartment hallways where light fixtures are cased in paper. She comes to a door that takes most of her shoulder to open. She reads a black smear across his face. It opens to a grimy kitchen. The floor is a graveyard of shattered plates and burst trash bags. There is a door, an exterior door, and she can see the spectral pseudo-light of overcast at its borders. She opens the door and steps into the first table, into the shot her player refused to move forward from. She stares at the house for days. It's confounding, this bleak, laughing object. Paralytic is materiality, a laughing monolith. Back home in her too-hot room, her tapes are dying because of this flickering, implacable image. She's grinding her teeth, but her feet don't want to move forward. And only after an eon of self-flagellation does her unwilling body begin to move forward. Her feet carve the snow. She crests a hill. The fog swims, soft and quiet, pressing in on her skin, against her will, against her purpose, because it serves the house, and the house wants her to stop, but she doesn't. She comes to a wall and presses her hand flat against the siding, so as you can hear memories, feel laughter, envision warmth. There's a fireplace and wide window, and a dog that waits for her every day when she walks home after school, cutting through backyards. Her throat hitches, her teeth bite down, and suddenly her tongue is bleeding again. Turns out, there is a door. It's the same color as the sky. If it was on the side she couldn't see. It's covered in blood, and it whispers her name. She kicks it 6 times and it doesn't open. She didn't expect it to. She just wanted to hurt it. She twists the knob. The door opens. She steps inside. She starts screaming because she misses her apartment, the one with the high ceiling and the green light, where she was comfortable, where the warmth came fast, and she flicked the switch on the wall, and her balcony was littered with cigarette butts, and she could be alone forever if she wanted to. She visits that place like a lover, and she's pressing her face against the side of the house and screaming, because the house put its own sadness into her veins, and it's the only thing she can think of to do. Something gives, and she's in, walking thoughtlessly through a door like she's breaking a fever, sitting in a foyer like she's been invited. The house is too clear, too clean. There are people in it. She can recognize their faces, and they're smiling at her. She starts to panic. Where have you been? Hey, honey. Dinner's ready soon, so don't get Hey, kiddo. Busy. Long time no see. Been doing okay? You know, you can always come back. And then she's on the floor, knees grinding the carpet, shoulders shaking, eyeliner bleeding down her face, screaming into her palms. She's not the kind of girl who gets closer, so she'll likely end up stuck there for a while. She has no answers. She has no way back to her apartment, and she can't think of any endings. Still screaming into her hands, still mocked by the house and all who pretend to remain there. And she is still